Hi, this is Sweet June. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing good. Got to get ready for work tomorrow. Um, it was a lady here on YouTube I was watching last week. I can't remember her name. I can't remember what her name is, but she was talking about a black lady, and I can't remember what her name was. But I think she's new to YouTube because she doesn't have very many videos. And it was interesting because she was talking about black women with attitudes. Now, mind you, I'm used to hearing black men on YouTube talking about black women with attitudes. I've heard numerous black men on YouTube talk about black women having attitudes. But this was kind of interesting because this is the first time, well, I won't say it's the first time, but it's rare that um, you see a video on here of a black woman complaining about other black women's attitudes. And so I thought that was pretty interesting. And she was basically saying how black women have attitudes, black women need to clean up their attitudes, and that's why they can't get a man and get married and all this kind of stuff because they got bad attitudes. And she was just going on and on and on about black women having attitudes. And the black women that she encounters have bad attitudes. And I was like, I don't know where she lives. I don't know where this lady is from, what environment she's in, but most of the black women that I have encountered do not have bad attitudes. I mean, I don't know where this woman is from, but and what her experiences are. But most of the black women that I know personally, they don't have bad attitudes, and I get along really, really well with um, black women. I have though encountered. Um, I'm not trying to bash on here, but I got to keep it real. I have encountered white women, you know, uh, that have attitudes, particularly on jobs and everything like that. I have ran into white women that have had attitudes. So I just really getting, I'm really over um, people saying that like black women have the market cornered on bad attitudes because there's women of other races that have bad attitudes. Um, and I do want to address the fact that, yeah, acknowledge the fact that, yeah, um, there probably is some black women out here there that do have bad attitudes. And it's really unfortunate because they make us all look bad. You know, most of the black women that I know, they don't have bad attitudes. Um, they're very good people. Maybe um, a very small percentage of black women that I've met have had attitudes. Um, most black women that I encounter, most majority of them don't have bad attitudes. So, like I said, I guess it depends on what environment you're in. I don't know. I don't know where she's from, but she said most of the black women that she encounters have bad attitudes, and it's really unfortunate because us black women we really do get judged as a whole, and she was really talking at like some of these black men on YouTube, and she was really talking like that and was like acting like it was all black women and basically generalizing and she was like, well, black women, you need to clean up your attitudes and all this kind of stuff. And I'm not saying that some of that stuff that she was saying wasn't correct, that there are some black women that have bad attitudes, but that is not representative of all black women, and it's unfortunate that the black women that do have attitudes, black women like me and other black women that don't have bad attitudes, that we try to carry ourselves, in a good way, and we're pleasant and we're nice to people. It's really, really sad that we have to get lumped into that same box. And I just know that most of the black women that I know, they're good people, they're nice people, they don't have bad attitudes, and I'm really, really sorry that it's really unfortunate that most of the black women that she's have encountered has bad attitudes. I mean, it's really, really unfortunate that she's encountered. the most of the black women that she encounters have bad attitudes. I guess we can only base things. I'm an open-minded person. I don't like to uh, judge a whole race according to just by experiences, because if that being the case, then I would say that all black or all white women have bad attitudes, and you know, because I've had I've met white women that have had bad attitudes. I've encountered white women on the job that have had bad attitudes, but I'm not going to say that all white women are the same way, because I don't generalize like that. I'm not going to generalize and put them all in the same box. I have also met white women that were nice. So, um, so it's unfortunate that she has ran into these black women that have these attitudes, and then she appears to be generalizing and putting all black women in that same box. And, just like the black men are doing on YouTube, and all black women do not have bad attitudes. I'm really, really, really getting tired of that stigma. I'm really over black women, all black women being put into that box and being faced with that stigma of being angry and having a bad attitude. And um, I don't carry myself that way, and I know a lot of black women that don't carry themselves like that. And so when I was listening to, I was just really, and I'm sure there's other black women on here that probably um, say the same thing, but um, it's really sad that the black women that do have bad attitudes, we have to get lumped in with those black women. The black women that are nice and don't carry themselves like that, they have to get lumped in with those black women, and it's really, really unfortunate. But it's just I just thought it was interesting, how she was saying that all black women, and this was actually coming from another black woman, and she started off the video like, I know that I'm a black woman. Black women have bad attitudes and all that, and I know that I'm a black woman. So, I mean, I'm not saying that some of the things that she was talking about wasn't valid, but I'm sure they were. And yes, they probably are a lot of black women out here with bad attitudes, but that is not representative of the whole black female race. There are also a lot of nice and kind black women out here too. I happen to be one of them. I was raised to treat people right. I was raised to treat people with respect, and as a Christian, I treat people with respect. That's just the way I am as a person. As a person, I when I see people, I greet people, I smile and I speak, and I don't go around with a chip on my shoulder, like these black women that they talk about, you know, saying that having a bad attitude. And it's really sad because um, someone meeting me that's biased like that, someone meeting me that's biased, whether it be a black person or a white person, might automatically assume that I'm one of those angry black women with a bad attitude and may treat me like that. And it's really sad that I have to be lumped into that same box when I'm nothing like that. And there's a lot of other black women, a lot of them that I know, that is not like that. And it's really sad that we have to be looked at like these other black women out here that are having these attitudes. I get kind of angry with them sometimes because I'm like, okay, y'all walk out here acting crazy and everything, and us good black women, have to take the heat for it, you know. And it's really, really sad that um, black women have to get judged as a whole like that. I mean, it's really, really sad. So I just thought that was interesting how she got on YouTube, and this was actually coming from a black woman, and she was talking about other black women having a bad attitude, and I just really, really thought that was interesting. But like, I'm here to say that um, I just really, really wish that people would not come on YouTube. And I know that based on their experiences, maybe 90% of the time she do meet black women that have bad attitudes, but those are based that presumption is based on your experience. It is not representative of the millions of other black women in this country. Okay, so I just wish that people would change their wording when people do these videos. I just really wish that they would change their wording and they would say, well, black women that have a bad attitude, these black women that have a bad attitude, you know, just change their wording. But just to paint a broad brush and just say black women, you need to clean up your attitudes and you need to do this and you need to do that. And it's not all black women that are acting like that, you know. And maybe she did, I don't know, maybe she did say, not all black women. I don't know, but it just seems like she was just being very, very stereotypical and generalizing like a lot of people come on YouTube and do. And I just wish people would stop. Black people, it's bad enough that we have to deal with white people generalizing us and stereotyping us, but then it's really sad that our own race of people are doing the exact same things. And I know that I'm a black woman and I try to be a nice person, and that's just the way I am. I'm not, I don't have a bad attitude. I smile, I greet people, I say hi, and I know a lot of other black women like that. And I just really, really getting tired of people coming on YouTube, black people coming on YouTube saying that, well, black women, this, it is not all black women. It is not all black women that have a bad attitude. Unfortunately, it's probably too many of them that do. And me personally, I don't encounter a lot of black women that have bad attitudes. I probably have, you know, ran into some maybe, but most of the majority of the black women that I know, they don't have bad attitudes. So, um, I just can't relate. I'm just sorry, I just can't relate to it because most of the black women I know don't have a bad attitude. They're good people. So, I've encountered women of other races having bad attitudes. That's been my experience. But I choose not to generalize and put them all in the same box. And so to me, that's just common sense. It's just common sense. It's just, to me, it's just ignorant. It's ignorant to put everybody in the same box. You basing it on your experiences, and your experience is not representative of all the other people of that other race in the world. You know, so it's like you can't just judge or put a whole group of people in one box and say they're all this way. And to me, that's just being intelligent. That's just using a course of wisdom and logic. It's illogical to say that all great a race of people is this way or all a race of people is that way. It's illogical and it's ignorant and doesn't even make sense. And so, but I just think it's sad we got black women coming on here bashing other black women. And like I said, I'm sure that there are some black women out there with bad attitudes, but you got to separate them. You have to separate them. You can't put them all. Don't put me in and other black women in the same box with these other ladies, these other women that have the black women that have the attitudes. And bad enough we got black men bashing us, a lot of some black men bashing us, but we don't need black women coming on YouTube and bashing us as well, you know. And I know that these are probably her experiences, and she's wanting to send a message to the black women that are having attitude, but she's like, well, black women, you need to clean up your attitude and all this kind of stuff, as if she's talking to everyone, as she's talking to as if she's trying to address every black woman in the country. And people say, well, if it doesn't apply to you, and I get all that, but I just think that people need to change their wording. You know, when I mean, when I talk about people, black people doing certain things, I talk about a specific group of black people that are doing those things. I don't say the whole black race. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. But I don't know. I forget who this lady is. I did subscribe to her because she was just. It was just very interesting some of the things that she was saying. But I just thought that I was just really shocked to hear her come on YouTube and bash black women and say, you know, black women, and the black women that do have attitudes, they do need to clean up. Do need. I agree. I agree with her. In far as in terms of talking to about the black women that do have bad attitudes, yeah, they do need to clean up their attitude. See, as black women, it's unfortunate because, and that's one of the things that I was talking about with black women in the media and black women on movies and television being represented in a certain way, and the black actresses that take on these roles, and the black women particularly that are in reality shows, they don't understand that they're representing the whole black female race. And so yes, when these black women act like this, when they have bad attitudes and they act ratchet or whatever, then it is a reflection on the whole black female race. And I think a lot of them don't understand that. A lot of them probably don't care. But it's reflective. Unfortunately, we do get judged as a whole, and it's a reflection on us all. Unfortunately, but I just wish that when these black people come on YouTube, um, yeah, address that particular group of people, of black people, but don't say it's the whole black female race. It just sounds bad. Doesn't sound good. So that was the issue that I was having with the video. It just sounded like she was generalizing, and I'm like, she sounded like some of these brothers coming on here bashing. So I'm not criticizing the sister, just a little constructive criticism, but that was just what I was a little, well, I was really really shocked by it. Anyway, let me know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments section. I got some more interesting video topics coming up. I'm getting ready to go to bed. This sweet dream.